Hello guys, in today's video I'll share with you some really effective indicators as well as their setups that you could combine with the Demarker to make perfect, precise and really quick entries while scalping the boom and crash market. This strategy is really straightforward, it's simple and it's very powerful. You could make good profits before you experience serious spikes in the market. So what indicators am I talking about and what are the setups? Let's look into that quickly. For our main window, we'll be using moving average. I will also add relative strength index to the indicator window. We'll add moving average again before we add the D marker. So for our main window, moving average period of 10, shift 0, method exponential, apply to typical price. If you click that, you see range of options. You just take typical price. Levels are not needed, so you skip. And then for visualization, you can see the styling. The background on my chart is white, so I'm using black color here. And then click done when you're done with that, and you would have your moving average running across your main chart. So the next one will be the relative strength index. Once you add this one, it would automatically create you an indicator window one. That's if you don't have the setup already. So you check that. Period of 5, apply to typical price again. Levels are 80, 20, 90 and 10. If you click that, you just set the levels to 80, 20, 90 and 10. And here you can change the color. Make sure you use a color that will be visible on your chart. Click down when you're done with that. And then for the styling here, when you come back to this other page, make sure you maintain the same color as the background of your chart. Click done and you would have your RSI appear on your indicator window. And then the next one would be the moving average. Period of 10, shift 0, method exponential, apply to median price this time. Levels are not needed, so you skip. For style, you can see the color I'm using, it's visible on my chart, so make sure yours is visible on your chart. Click done, you save it. And then the next one, the demarker, we are using period of 14. Levels are not needed, so you just have to take the levels, whatever default levels you see there, take that out and just make it zeros, right? And then for style, use the same color as the background of your chart. You don't want to see any lines, any extra lines. Click done, and then when you come here for styling, you can see the color I'm using is visible on my chart, so make sure yours too is visible on your chart. Click done when you're done with that and you have the setup ready. It's very straightforward, so let's dive into it. So the first thing I like to do is to be able to identify the direction of the market. I want to see a clear trend before I do anything else. The direction of the market will guide you on where to go to. You don't want to be buying when other traders are selling. You don't want to be selling when other traders are buying in every other assets that you're trading in. So specifically for this one, for the boom 1000 markets, you know you want to be selling to scalp, take some candlesticks and leave before there is a spike in the market. So that means we are looking to sell, and we are looking to sell, we want to ride along when the market is in a downtrend. So how do we identify that? On the 4 hours time frame, what I like to do is first of all see that price has taken out 2 lows. So here you can see that price broke this low and also broke this low. Okay, and you also could see that we have a moving average running across the main chart, and currently price is beneath that moving average. Price is running below the moving average. All right, I like to really use the candlestick chart to look at the structure to see that I have clear idea of what the market is doing or where the market is going to. Okay, if you want to learn how to do this without the indicators, want to learn how to not depend on indicators to be able to read the structure of the market, you could look up my supply and demand video. It is on this channel, or you could just drop a comment. Let me know if you want me to create more of such videos to be able to guide you guys on how to do without the indicators. It is best you actually know how to do these things on your own and just read the charts, interpret the candlesticks on your own. Okay, so Moving forward, we have a moving average indicator running across the main chart, which would also identify the direction of the market, or at least would help you identify the direction of the market. So if you move to the lower time frame, you would see clearly that price has consistently moved under the moving average. Moving average is running across price while price keeps running below the moving average. So that's a clear indication that at the time the market is trending downwards. Okay, so having spotted the trend, we've seen that the market is moving downwards. That's when we now go to a lower time frame. You could use the 5 minutes time frame, but I would like you use the 1 minute time frame. Okay, so you go to the 1 minute time frame, and you should also see that currently price still maintains the same direction and is still moving below the moving average on your 1 minute time frame. I mean on the main chart. Okay, we've seen here that price consistently has been running below the moving average. Okay, so what do we want to do next? We want to look at our indicator window. We want to see that while this is happening, there's a time that all the indicators on here, I'm going to share them. I'm going to explain how they work. I'm going to give you the setup. But first, you need to see that all the indicators here converge at the level 90 of our RSI region. Okay, so I'll explain all of that. I'll show you guys the setups. So I want to see that happens. If that happens at the same time that price is running below the moving average on the main chart, then you have a chance to take some positions. Okay, but before you enter a trade, what I'd like for you guys to do is to ensure that there is a spike up to the moving average, and then price still manages to come down below the moving average and close below the moving average, and then you have a chance to take a sell, and you can base your exit should it go wrong. A lot of times these guys will stop you out, but if you're able to catch the setups, right, if you're able to catch the right setups, you will make much more money than you lose to this market. That's a fact. That's how you stay sustainable, and make sure you understand how to manage your risk properly, so that you still have a lot of chances in the market. So your SL will be based on that structure. I mean the reversal points at that level. Okay, and then you can see how far down price went from that region. You can see how far down price went from that region. So this is really simple. We keep looking again, we find more of, you see, this is it again. This is another example of this thing happening. You see, this was after there was a convergence of these two indicators around the level 90 of our RSI. Okay, and then price had dropped below the moving average here, and is still moving downwards from there. So first of all, you want to identify the trend. You want to see the direction of the market. Do that on a higher time frame, and make sure that your entries are right after we witness the indicators here come together at this level. Okay, at this level. Now this is for the boom 1000 index market. Let's go to the crash 1000 index market and see how it works. So for the crash 1000 index market, we want to be doing the opposite of what we did for the boom 1000 index market. For the crash markets, the first thing we are looking for is to spot an upward direction. You want to see the trend, and that's the direction you want to go to. Okay, so on the higher time frame, price is clearly running below the moving average, which is not what we want. You can see price is running consistently below the moving average, and that's not what we want. Remember, I said that we would be doing the opposite of what we did for the boom 1000 index market. So this time around, we want to see that price runs above the moving average on our higher time frame, the 4 hours time frame. So something like this instead. You can see around this area, that price was consistently running across the moving average, though it seemed to be ranging around that point. But okay, let's use here for example, price consistently ran across the moving average at this level. So that's what we want to see at the current region. Also, I want to see that price breaks two highs. For the boom 1000 index markets, we're looking for the breakout of two lows, but now you're looking out for the breakout of two highs. So let me take here for one region that price must break, and also price should break this other high, right? And then I will be sure, right, if there's a breakout to the upside like that, that's when I'm guaranteed that the market is changing direction and is now going upwards. By that time, price would be running across the moving average just like what we want. And then that's when I'll now switch to the 1 minute time frame, and then I'll be looking out for the convergence of the indicators around level 20, level 10 this time around, no longer at the RSI level 90 and 80. Remember, we are doing the opposite of what we did for the boom 1000 index market. So price has to come to the indicators. The indicators have to come to level 20 and level 10, converge, and then start moving upwards from there. And that would be a signal. And by that time, I also want to see that the moving average is riding below my price region. Price is running across the moving average, while the moving average is running under price level. That's when I'll have a guarantee, and I would most likely wait for a pullback into my indicator, the moving average, and then when it starts showing signs of going back up, that's when I'm entering the market, and I'll most likely take a lot of candlesticks out before there is ever a new spike. And trust me, most times the new spike might be coming around the previous high. Okay, so I want to leave the market before the previous high. It's that simple, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope it helps improve your trading. If you are new to my channel, do well to subscribe and also turn on your notification bell, because we'll be dropping more insights and strategies that will facilitate your trading success. If you are not part of our community, find the link in the description box of this video and join us and be a part of what we have there. Our mentorship is very affordable and will teach you more on how to navigate the market successfully.